my bag. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
One thing that I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough. Knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to battle and has earned the total respect of his teammates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Fitzpatrick, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Right there, 56. I got one.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Anderson a 1st down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dwayne Allen. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
58 to Mike. 180!
Strong.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. Able to fight through one tackle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They go play action. Fitzpatrick into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Giants. Mike Evans. 79 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. On first down, it's Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. The throw complete to Dorsett. 23 yards on the play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run. Anderson loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Williams. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Dalton. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
56.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Dalton. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Passing, it's Dalton. Dance under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Dalton sets up play action.
One thing sure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a giant first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And shutting him off, now open field. A big-time run there by Anderson. 44 yards. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Fitzpatrick. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Fitzpatrick now. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Anderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Dalton. Dorsett making the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Throwing, Dalton.
And it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Fitzpatrick, the old warhorse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to...
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.